Stampers, it's Kim with the Basement Bunch, and I'm back for another terrific Tuesday video of the week. And today I'm going to show you some of the cards that I created with the High Tide stamp set. And let me bring the High Tide stamp set in so you can see it. It is an awesome stamp set, great for two-step stamping with the different coordination of how these stamps work. And that's what I'm going to show you today, is how I created these cards using these two stamps. And it's also great for creating like beach scenes or something like that for scrapbook pages. So let's go ahead and get started, and I'm going to show you how I created these cards. So these two cards are identical. The only thing different is that I used Dapper Denim cardstock on the one here, and on this one I used Bermuda Bay. And I like them both, but I think I like the Dapper Denim a little bit better. To me it looks more nautical with that color on it. So that is the one that I'm going to actually make with you today and show you how easy it went together, and show you how fun it is to do the two-step stamping process with this stamp set. So I'm going to put this to the side and go ahead and get started. So I started with a piece of the Dapper Denim cardstock. This is cut 4 1/4 by 11, and I scored it at 5 1/2. So this is going to be a top open card. So it's going to open like this. So that is what I started with. And then I cut a piece of So Saffron 4 1/4 by 4 1/2 that is going to get glued on right there. Let me bring this in so you can kind of follow a little bit. So I'm going to bring in my fast fuse, and I'm going to go ahead and glue this yellow So Saffron piece onto the front of this card. And I want about the same amount of space to show on the top and the bottom. Okay, so I did it like that. And then I'm going to bring in my white, and my white is cut at 4 1/4 by 4. This is the Very Vanilla, or I'm sorry, the Whisper White. And what I'm going to do, you'll see on the card I stamped on the white. Let me hold this up, you can kind of see the white. It looks like it's water, and so that's what I'm going to stamp right now. And that is in the stamp set right here on the bottom. So I'm going to stamp that with Dapper Denim, and I'm going to actually kind of show you how I did this. Now this is the only trick. The first time I made this card, I just made a big mistake. You want to make sure you have the cardstock at 4 1/4 and not the other way at 4. Because if you do it at 4, it's going to be too short to fit on your card. So you want to make sure you have it the right way. Lesson learned that I screwed up and had to redo my card. So what I'm going to do is going to stamp the water, and I use our Stampin' Pierce mat. It just helps give me a better cushion, better stamped image. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stamp some water onto this. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but I'm going to actually add another layer of water to this. I want it to be kind of, you know, kind of like it's deeper water. Okay, so there is the water. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to stamp onto the white piece this little light from the lighthouse. And I want to show you how I did that, because it's really cool how you get it to look that way but yet have these layers underneath of it. So what I did is I actually pretended, actually I'm going to back up a little bit. We're going to go ahead and stamp the lighthouse next, and then I'll get back to that step. So these, I used the layering ovals to cut out 3 ovals. These are the layering ovals for the Big Shot. And I just kind of layered 3 different sizes together so that when I get done, I can layer them all together and have the little effect of the border around them. So let's go ahead and stamp the lighthouse first, okay? And that's what I kind of want to show you, how this two-step stamping kind of works. Let me put the card back in there. So the lighthouse has 2 different stamps that come with it. One that has the complete full image. This one has a partial image. So you're just going to want to make sure when you stamp it that you stamp the right color for what you want to have the full image. And on mine, the full image is the So Saffron Yellow, and then the partial image is the Dapper Denim. So I'm going to bring in the So Saffron ink, and I'm going to start by taking the solid stamp. So this is the solid one, and I'm just going to stamp it right on top of this. And I like to have it on the side. I kind of do it like this when I can see better where the center is. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp that on there, okay? So you can kind of see that's the beginning part of the lighthouse. And then I'm going to bring back in the Dapper Denim, and this is the other part of the lighthouse, that has the partial coverage. And so I'm going to put that into our Dapper Denim ink. And I'm just going to line this right up. And again, I'm a lefty, and maybe that's why I had to do it this way. I'm not sure, but I'm just going to line this right back up. I'm going to stamp this right down here like that. And there I have the 2-layer effect. Isn't that awesome? So imagine all the different colors that you could create with that by simply different colors of ink. You could do red and blue, or you could do, you know, pretty much anything. The possibilities are endless with that. So that is how I did the lighthouse. And now I'm going to go back to the stuff that I changed my mind on from before, and I'm going to show you how I created that light beam, okay? So what I'm going to show you is how I created this light beam to make it look like it's continuous with having these layers underneath of there, okay? So what I did is I kind of pretended like I was going to layer all of this together, like so. And I kind of put it on the card where I thought that I would want it. And then I sort of removed these two, okay? So that's about where I want it, because you want to make sure that you have enough space on the end of this card for these 2 layers to go, that it's not going to take it off of there altogether. Okay, so I'm just going to lay it on there like that. And then I'm going to bring in my stamp and the So Saffron ink. This is the Light Beam stamp. And let me show you that on the stamp set, because again, this stamp set has so many different pieces and parts. But that is the Light Beam right there. And I am going to ink this up with the So Saffron ink. And I am going to just kind of put this here like so and extend it all the way onto that piece of paper. So it looks like it didn't stamp the greatest where the little seam is, or where these 2 pieces come together. Let me bring that in to show you. It didn't stamp good, and that's okay, because when you put this on with all of the layers, you're not going to see that anyway. Okay, so that's how you do that piece. And then we are going to bring in the card, and we are going to glue this right onto the card. So let me adhere that. So as you can see, the stamp set's really fun, and I'm going to show you a couple other cards that I created that my ladies are going to be making this month, and I really think they're going to like them. Okay, and then what I did is on the vellum, let me bring in the vellum. So this vellum is just going to go over top of here like that to kind of give it that water more of a subtle look. And what I did is, using our black archival ink, I stamped a greeting from the stamp set. It says, "There's nothing little about the light you shine." So I'm going to go ahead and stamp that on the bottom right in here. And you kind of want to make sure that I kind of bring up the whole vellum with the stamp, because it sticks to it. I want to make sure I get a good image on that. So that's kind of why I did that. There it is. And then from there, what I'm going to do is let that dry. That's why I did that in advance. I want that to dry. I'm going to bring this card back in. And now here's where you're going to kind of piece it all together. So I'm going to adhere my lighthouse onto the blue mat. And then this is also Dapper Denim. And then using Stampin' Dimensionals, I adhered this onto my black oval. Let me bring that black oval back in, like that. And I don't need this anymore. And then what I did is, before I put this down, you want to kind of place it, like I don't want it up there because it's not going to equal. You're going to kind of place it in a spot when you glue it down where it looks like that beam from the lighthouse is continuously going across the page. And then I did use Fast Fuse. Actually, I want to put this down first. And what I did is I just put a little piece of Fast Fuse right in the middle, because I don't want this, with the vellum, you can see your adhesive through. And let me show you on the sample. I kind of just glued it down a little bit in the center there. This can actually all come up. And again, I just wanted that to make it look more subtle. So I'm going to adhere that down. And then from here, I am going to put some Fast Fuse on this, and this is where I'm going to line up that beam. I'm just going to put my lighthouse on there, and voila, look how pretty that is. And again, you can make this card in many different colors. You could try it with red and blue. You could just try it with black, yellow, and blue. You could pretty much do anything with it. So again, these are the two that I created. I did one with the Dapper Denim, one with the Bermuda Bay. And then I wanted to show you a couple other cards that I'm doing. This is like one of my classes that I'm doing this month. So I'll show you a couple more cards that I created. One uses, so again, the same stamp set, but I'm using more of a beach scene with the little birds and the sand. So the sand down here, and you know, making it more of like it's a beach scene. And then the other card I want to show you is another one using the lighthouse. But the thing I want to show you on this is so cool, because this right here is this stamp set, or this stamp, and it's got a spot that doesn't stamp for you to be able to put that lighthouse right in there, and it fits perfectly. And with the birds, that's also in here as well. This is just a very awesome stamp set, and something that you can use to make cards for just about any occasion. So anyway, I hope that you enjoyed my video today. I encourage you to join my mailing list. If you go to kimsbasementbunch.com, there'll be a join my mailing list. You'll get emails with free tutorials in them, as well as emails whenever my weekly videos come out. And I try to do a couple videos a week, but I'm committed to every Tuesday. It's hard with me working a full-time job, but that's kind of what I'm able to do right now. And if there's something that you want to see, let me know. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video today, and I look forward to seeing you back soon. Remember to comment on my video for your chance to win. Every single week I give away something for people just commenting on my video of the week. Thanks, and I hope to see you back next week. Bye.